amazing time. Okay, so so we don't waste time, so we just get into it. I'm going to pull up my screen now. Just give me a moment. Okay, so understanding the skills required to be a Forex analyst or a spot analyst. Understanding the skills required to be a Forex analyst or a sports analyst. There's something that I know, there's something I've seen, there's something I have experienced, and I'm sure that you have as well. That's for everyone on the call right now. And that is it's many people just think that Forex or spot, and when I'm talking about spot analysis, I'm talking about crypto now. Okay. Many people just think that Forex analysis or sport analysis, it's just a place where you put money and you get money back. So you get things like, oh, this is the coin you need to buy. This is where you need to invest. This is what you need to do right now for you to be able to make the kind of money you are looking to make. But the thing is, that is not really the case. Forex analysis and spot analysis are both tech skills. So it's basically like you're trying to transition from what you're doing at the moment into tech. So you have to understand the skills that it takes. You have to understand the skills required. You have to know the different tools that you'd need to work with. You have to understand the entire concept before you go ahead to make Forex or spot to make Forex or spot analysis as a means of getting passive income, because that's what many of us are interested in. We want to be able to have some of that means that we can be getting some income in addition to what we are doing at the moment, which we call our 9 to 5. And that's absolutely possible. But you have to understand the skills. The way you have to understand the skills, you have to understand the tools. You have to have a great understanding about all of this concept before you get in. So you end up doing well and not the other way around. So that's what we're going to take a look at today. We're going to be exploring all of that, how you can be a sports analyst or a Forex analyst. Okay, but first and first, about Kleino. What do we do? What are we about? Okay, what do we do? What are we about? So Kleino is a net tech company, and we're dedicated to empowering individuals with the knowledge and skills to understand and navigate the world of Web3 and cryptocurrency. Our goal at Kleino is to help you succeed. Our goal at Kleino is to ensure that you achieve your goals. Because the reason why we started Kleino, and I love to tell this story a lot, probably you've been in any one of my sessions, then you've probably heard about the story as well. And that is about how I also, when at some time, I decided that, okay, you know what? I want to get into crypto. I want to get into Forex. And so I had some money because, yeah, I also have my own 9 to 5. Okay. So, yeah, in tech. And I had some money and I decided I want to invest in crypto. I want to invest in Forex. But when I looked out, I checked, I looked for a place where I could learn. There was really no place you could learn. Of course, I saw the ads. I'm sure you've seen the ads as well, right? On Instagram, X, and Facebook, all of those ads that say things like this. You see if someone in a ship, maybe a yacht, a boat, and they're like, I just bought this boat under 2 weeks after I got started in crypto, after I got started in Forex. I was able to make $20 million. And if you've not been able to make $20 million, you don't know what you're saying. There was even this ad I saw whereby the person said, if you're not driving a Lamborghini, you're not a man. That's those are the kind of things I saw, and those things are misleading. Those ads are misleading because they don't tell you that for you to get into crypto or Forex, there's actually a skill. Again, it's a tech skill. I'm sure we know tech. You've heard about tech. Everyone wants to get into tech. Forex and crypto also falls under that domain. So it's not a place where you just go and put some money and expect that you're going to get you returns. Of course, that's part of it, but you have to understand the skills so you can succeed, so you can invest the right way, not just learning the hype. So I'm sure you understand the way the story ends, because I went ahead to invest some money and I lost over 50% of the amount of money I put in, and it was a lot of money. Okay, and this was my very first experience in crypto, and in crypto, right? So but then I decided that this should not be the case for everyone. We decided that this should not be the case for every person looking to get into this field as well, especially for people between the age within the ages of, let's say, 25 to 30 to 35 to 40, people that understand, people that have their 9 to 5, and not the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs are all about this, that, but people that have working lives and are also looking to see how they can benefit from Forex, how they can benefit from crypto. So we started Clarino to cater to these individuals to ensure that you have a place that you can understand what it takes for to be a Forex analyst, or what it takes to be a crypto analyst the right way. Very, very important, the right way. And not just, oh, this is where you put your money, this get rich quick scheme. We all know about CBEX now. Okay, apparently CBEX was supposed to be a trading platform where you put in money and you get 100% your return on investment in 30 days. That's we can see the results. So that's what people see, and that's not what Forex is about. That's not what trading is about. And so we are here to ensure that you understand the right way to get into the space, and that is what we do. That's what we are doing at Clino. And of course, we've been able to train over 100 plus individuals in this field, and we are looking to also help you succeed, also help you achieve your goals of getting another stream of income, or at least getting the skills for you to be able to trade and all of that. So that's what we do at Clino. That is what we're about. And of course, I am Aisha Gbolaho, and I'm the founder of Clino. And of course, we are going to take a look at understanding, again, the topic, understanding the skills required to be a Forex analyst or a spot analyst. I'll take that again. Understanding the skills required to be a Forex analyst or a spot analyst. Spot analyst actually means crypto. Okay, that's the crypto analyst, because again, it's a tech skill, so you have to understand the skills. The session is going to be divided into 2 sections. So my colleague is going to take the first section, telling you about the skills, who really is a Forex analyst, because for many of us on the call, we don't even know what it means to be a Forex analyst or what it means to be a spot analyst. What is Forex? What is crypto? What is all of this about? Okay, so we're going to take a look at that first page, what the tools that you need, the skills that you need to be able to succeed. And then when I'm done, when it's done, I'm going to come in for the second section, which is more fun, because I'm a fun individual and I don't know you love to have fun as well. Okay, so I'm going to come in for the second section. I'm going to tell you how you can get started and everything you need to do to get the skills as a Forex analyst or as a sports analyst. So stay tuned. It's going to be a great session. That I can assure you. Okay, so Nelson, are you good to go?
All right. I'm very good to go. Everyone,
Okay.
Welcome to another Clino Masterclass section. We're very glad to have you here with us. It's going to be a wonderful section. So we're looking at understanding the skills needed to be a sports analyst or a Forex analyst. So just give me a moment. Let's dive in. All right. So who is a Forex analyst, basically? I mean, I know everyone here has been hearing the word Forex analyst or Forex trader or sports trader or sports analyst. Who is a Forex analyst, or is there any similarity between a Forex analyst or a Forex trader? Is there any similarity between a sports trader and a sports analyst? Who is a Forex analyst? Who is a sports trader? Who is a sports analyst? Who is a Forex trader? So yeah, we'll dive into it. All right. So a Forex analyst is like a weather forecaster. I know we all know weather forecasters. They like tell the weather condition that is going to be in a particular place at a particular time. Like you have like the channels now, channels news, during channels news of like 10 p.m. you have like a weather forecaster like coming up and telling you, okay, in Edo State or in Lagos State, there's going to be a heavy downpour of rain, or there's going to be a very there's going to be a very high amount of sunlight that's going to shine in those states. So just tell you this is that I'm wondering, okay, how are these guys going to be so accurate? And then when you go out the next day, you see that there's a heavy downpour of rain and the sun is so hot, and so just wondering how are they doing this. So for them to be able to accomplish this forecasting or being this prediction, it's basically they use their skills, they use specific tools, they use your rain gauge or your rain gauge to tell the amount of rain that's going to fall, or the wind vane for the amount of wind that is going to blow that day. So they use all these tools, they use some calculations in like physics, they read the clouds and everything, know if it's a cumulus cloud, geography, and a whole lot of things go into weather forecasting. And the same way a whole lot of is put into weather forecasting, that same efforts like a forex analyst put into telling where um this particular currency is going to go to, or going to predict how this currency is going to move, is going to go up or is going to go down, how the price will change, what's the trend that is going on, the news and everything. So that's what a forex analyst, that's who a forex analyst is. So definitely, so forex is just like short form of the foreign exchange. So forex, foreign exchange, forex analyst, foreign exchange analyst. So what's for who are foreign exchange analysts? They tell you about foreign exchange, foreign currencies. They literally tell you about okay, this foreign currency. Let's assume now the USD. Is USD going to go up? Is USD going to come down? Does USD have enough strength? Okay, is the USD against the Japanese yen, or the USD against the British pound? So or they analyze all these currency pairs. So forex analysts, they deal with mostly currency pairs, or your currency pairs that you can think of your British pound, your yen, your Japanese yen, your United States dollar, your Canadian dollar, a whole lot of that, a whole lot of other pairs. So that's what forex analysts does. They literally um he literally looks at all these pairs and know, okay, where are these pairs going to, the prices that are going to go to, how are they going to react, or what are they about to do. They look at the charts, look at the chart patterns, they look at the different candlesticks in those charts, so you can literally determine, okay, this is the price is going to reach, or this is how high it's going to go, or how low it's going to go, or if it's not going to move at all, if it's going to be in a consolidating mood, that is, if it's not going to go anywhere, it's just at a very specific price range. So that's what a forex analyst does. So it says here, no, so part of the things the forex analyst does, number one, he studies the market. So studying the market here means knowing the news, like news that affects this particular currency pairs. Like recently we had the tariff wars and against US and China. We had there was a time when US was experiencing inflation. That's what, if you want to use inflation, they call it CPI news, cost price index. So literally, cost price index is, the higher the cost price index, the higher the inflation rates. The lower the cost price index, the lower the inflation rates. So studying the market here means the forex analyst looks at the news that affect this forex market. News like news of wars. If there's a war going on, how it's going to affect that particular currency pair. We all know that, okay, probably let's say any of these countries, like let's say US is going for war now, you know that, oh, the currency pair is going to be really, really affected, because when there's war, a whole lot of things happen. There's a whole lot of destructions, a whole lot of things are not going on. So the higher amount of the higher the amount, like if there's war in the country, there's going to be lower, the US dollar will not be so strong against any other pair. So you can always trade like the US dollar to go down, something like that, that type of news. Or if they say if the consumer price index, that is the CPI news, is very high, you know that the US dollar is going to be very weak, because increase in inflation causes the devaluation of any currency pair, of any currency, no matter what the currency is, if it's the British pound, if it's euros, or if it's Japanese yen. Increase inflation in the currency or inflation in the country is going to cause the devaluation of that particular currency. All right, so we go on. What the foreign analysts do again? They use technical analysis, looking at charts. They spot a pattern showing the USD is gaining strength, or if it's losing strength. Yeah, looking at the charts means, like I said before, they look at the particular chart patterns. There are a whole lot of chart patterns out there. Probably you could have heard the falling wedge, you could have heard the flag, you could have heard you could have heard the cup and handle, you could have heard double bottom, double top. There are a whole lot of, literally a whole lot different, a whole lot of chart patterns. So when you see these chart patterns, now let me give you an example. Let's say a chart pattern, double top. When you say chart pattern of double top, what does it mean? I'm sure probably you have heard it. We'll show you later. Definitely, these are all like deep practical, so we have to like show you, but just follow me closely. So I'm saying if it's the chart pattern is double top, what does double top mean? It means that there is going, when you see a double top in any chart pattern, most times there's going to be, it's going to, that means that chart is going to be bearish. When I mean bearish, that chart is going down. Let's say you go to the USD charts now and you see a double top. Seeing a double top in that chart pattern means that USD trades, USD is about to go down because it has formed a double top. So those are, you can use chart patterns to determine where the currency pair is going to, if it's going down or if it's going up. And you can also use different candlesticks. Like when you see there are different names of candlesticks, you have star, you have hammer, you have body, body, sorry, a whole lot of them. There are a whole lot of them. I can't really remember them now. So, but let's say you use hammer. You see a hammer. What they call it? A hammer candlestick being formed on the chart right now. A hammer candlestick shows that the pressure of buyers is a whole lot. Like the buy pressures of buyers is a whole lot. So that means that after that candlestick, if it's supposed to form a bullish chart, that means the chart is supposed to go up. So that's what all those ones mean. They have star, and there are a whole lot of other different candle patterns. So you see that we have not even gone deep safe here. I seen that the job of a forex analyst is not just, you can't say these people are playing or they are not, they are enjoying life because that's just staying at home looking at their computer screens. You feel like it's so easy. No, it's not that easy. There's a whole lot that goes into forecasting this market, or there's a whole lot that goes into predicting where the prices of these markets are going to go to, because most times if when you use chart patterns or different candlestick patterns, it might not even go your way. It might not go your way, but it's like 80% chance. But it's like 80% to 20%, 80% that you go your way, or 20% that you not go your way. Or most times it's like 90 to 10%. There are some certain confirmations you see on the chart that you know, okay, this must go this way, or this must go up, or this must go down. So these are the things that are being these are the things that, some of the things that are being put into considering if the price of this particular currency pair is going up or is going to go down. So next one, you see, they have to study the market, listen to news. You must literally be a news guru when you are going to be a forex trader. You must literally be listening to news. You must literally be, your ears supposed to be attentive. You are supposed to be very attentive to what the world is moving towards, what is happening in the world, if there's peace or if there's war, or you just have to be very, very alert, high or very, very high alert. So we go on. It says here, predicts an opportunity. Like I said before, when you know the news, when you look at the chart patterns, you study the RSI, you look at the different chart patterns, look at the different candlesticks formation. You can predict the movement of the currency, right? So you can forecast, okay, if the US dollar is going to go up or is going to go down. So that's just predicts opportunity here. So what's the forex analysis? Number one, they study the market. You must study the market. This is also called fundamental analysis. So studying the market is also called fundamental analysis. If fundamental analysis means you just focus on the news, you're looking at the news, you're hearing what is happening. There are a whole lot of news that happens weekly, some of them weekly, some of them monthly. You have the CPI news, that is the cost price index news. You have news of wars, you have FOMC news, that happens, you have unemployment news, that happen, a whole lot of news out there that literally affects the movement of these currency pairs. So you must, number one, study the news. You must do your due diligence to study the news. There are a whole lot of applications that tell you, that are focused on news that will affect the movement of currency pairs, that will affect the movement of forex pairs. So we'll get to that. I'll tell you the applications you can use or where you can use to get this specific news. Then we have use technical analysis, that is looking at the charts using your RSI. Using some people use RSI, some people use your chart patterns, you use your candlestick formations. Another thing is that you must not use, there are a whole lot of ways to like analyze charts. You must not use everything. You should just choose what works for you. When you learn, when you are a forex analyst, you should choose what works for you, because if you use everything, your whole chart will look so messed up, right? So you should choose what works for you. If you know, okay, I'm very good at using the resistance and supports way to analyze my charts, and I use specific chart patterns. When I see specific chart patterns, I know that it's going to go my way. Or when I see specific candle, I know it's going to go my way. You should stick to those particular chart patterns, or you should stick to those particular candlesticks formations that you know that you are very sure that when you have used all these candlesticks formations, when you have seen all these candlesticks formations, or you have seen all these particular chart patterns or this particular support and resistance, you always make massive gain. You should just stick to that. You should find what works for you. That's basically you. Every forex analyst must find what works for you. You must not be using what another person must be using. What all matters at the end is who produces results. So if you know that if you use this particular method of trading and it produce you massive results, then you should stick to it. You should not want to change to another person's method of trading because that person just uses that particular method of trading and feels like it makes more profits than you. If you go and use that particular method of trading, you might actually lose a whole lot. So you should stick to the particular method of trading. So when you are done with knowing your method of trading, when you are done with looking at the news, you predict the market, if the market is going up or if the market is going to go down. Then you have here advises traders or trades themselves. Okay, or they trade the currency pairs themselves. That is, they trade themselves. So they recommend selling either euro and USD, that is betting that the dollar is strengthening, or buying euro JPY, betting that the yen is weakening. So when you see things like euro USD, like here, I don't know if anyone can see my cursor. If you can see my cursor on my screen, like on my, all right, okay, all right, let's go on. All right, let's go on. So if you see euro USD, what euro slash USD here mean is you are betting that the dollar strength. That means the second currency pair after the first currency pair. Let's imagine now this is let's imagine now this is British pound USD. So you are betting that the strength of the USD is going to be higher than the strength of the Great British pound, right? Because probably you have seen in news that, okay, the United States dollar is going to pump, or probably you saw in the chart pattern that the United States dollar is looking way stronger than the British pound, or the euros. You will say, okay, that means you're betting against the United States dollar going to be increased. But if it's in reverse case, that is USD slash British pound or USD slash euros, that means you're betting that the United States dollar is going to go down against the British pound, or it's going to go down against the euro. So what's another thing about forex analysts is, if you're a forex analyst, you can actually have corporations you're trading for, or corporations that you give advice to, that, okay, from the way the chart is looking, from the markets, from my research through the markets, through news and everything, I think this market is going to go down. Why? You give them your reasons. Banks actually engage in forex trading. Banks, a whole lot of banks. I know of Union Bank that actually engage in forex trading. So your money you're saving in the bank, they literally take that money and enter forex trading. So they are literally forex analysts. So forex analysts, they trade for banks and big corporations, right? A forex trader most times is a retail trader trading for yourself, or just giving signals to a particular set of people. For forex analysts, they are like the higher forms of forex traders. So there's a difference between a forex analyst and a forex trader, actually. So a forex analyst is like the higher form of forex trader. These people, corporations give them a particular amount of money to trade for them. they make deals with these corporations. Okay, every profit you make, we are splitting it 50-50, or every profit you make, the corporation is taking 60%, and me, I'm taking 40%. So these forex traders now, these forex analysts, when they analyze these trades now, what they do is that they enter the market with the corporation's money, or they just send their advice to the corporations on what is going to happen, and then the corporation will take the trades, or them themselves they can take that trades. Definitely, if you are a forex analyst, you are automatically you're a forex trader, because you must be a forex trader before you advance it to a forex analyst. Forex analysis is deeper. You're going deeper into being a forex trader. You are literally learning. There are some particular mathematical calculations you are doing. There are a whole lot of research that is going into what you are doing. So that's just the difference between the forex analyst and the forex trader. So the forex analyst, what it does, first of all, it studies the market, like we said, listens to news, listens to what is happening in the world, and so on and so forth. Uses technical analysis, chart patterns, uses your RSI, uses your candlestick formation patterns and everything. Depends on what it works for the person. Then it predicts the opportunity. Okay, if the US dollar is going to go lower against the European dollar, or against euros rather, not European dollar. Sorry about that. So if the US dollar is going to go lower than the euros, or if the US dollar is going to go lower than the British pound, so it predicts the opportunity, and then advises traders, or he advises the corporations that he's working for, or he takes the trade himself. And that's just all it is. It may seem short, but with what I've explained, you have seen that it's a whole lot that goes into it. And there are different tools you're using to analyze all these things. Imagine like opening like 5 different apps. I'm sure like probably we have seen setups of forex analysts that you see them having multiple screens. The multiple screens is not just for fancy, it's just because they want to have a beautiful workspace. They're actually looking at different pairs at the same time, or looking at markets, are looking at news that is happening at the same time. There are some news that immediately the thing lands like this, it's immediately the news comes out, you are entering long in your trade. So that's why most forex traders have a lot of screens, so that they can be able to multitask literally. So we go on. So this is just a story. Like I said, the forex trader, what he does, let's assume now there's a news that the consumer price index increases in the United States of America. Increase in consumer price index, like I said before, causes inflation, right? So if there's an increase in consumer price index, what does this mean? The forex trader now studies the market, knows that okay, an increase in inflation of any economy causes the devaluation of that particular currency. So what he knows now is, will go on, when he knows that okay, by the ways of fundamental analysis now, this particular United States dollar is meant to go down, right? He doesn't only use fundamental analysis, he goes to the charts, uses technical analysis. This is like two-factor authentication, like I like to call it, or make sure that this is making sure that he's really right. So if he goes to the chart and he sees a chart pattern that follows that particular news, that follows the chart patterns, probably the chart pattern is signifying that that particular currency is going to go down, then what does he do next? He predicts the market. And very simple, if there's an increase in CPI, and then he sees a bearish chart pattern in the using technical analysis, it's very easy. His market prediction is going to be that that particular currency pair is going to dip, or is going to go down. So yes, this is just like a brief explanation of what a forex analyst does. So we move on. Who is a spot analyst? Spot analyst. Who is a spot analyst? How can you become a spot analyst? What do a spot analyst do? Are they just like forex traders? What's the difference between spot analysts and forex traders? So we go on from the definition and from the skills, we will know the difference, and okay, there are similarities. So yeah, let's go on. It says here, a spot analyst is like a gold trader, right? Who studies market trends to determine when to buy and sell physical gold. So basically, okay, let me just finish the write-up here. It says, but instead of gold, they analyze cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana in the spot market, and transactions happen instantly at current market prices. So basically, a spot analyst, right? A spot analyst buys the particular token or the particular cryptocurrency, or a spot analyst can also work a spot analyst can also work by trading. A spot analyst can also trade stocks actually. So, but yeah, the definition here is like centralizing on cryptocurrency. But a spot analyst can also trade stocks, right? So, a spot analyst, how a spot analyst differ from the forex analyst? A spot analyst actually buys this particular token or this particular cryptocurrency or this particular stock. Why? If a forex analyst that literally change trading with the amount of lot size or margin. When I mean lot size or margin, right? Lot sizes are like okay, let's say margin now. Margin is like the amount of money you're putting in the trade. So the amount of margin, the higher the margin, the higher the lot size you're using. So lot size is just like the particular broker you're using, because for you to trade in forex, right, you must use a broker. So the particular broker using that, they are like giving you an amount of that particular currency you're trading for. Let's say you're using USD, right? You use one lot size. One lot size is like a whole lot. For you to use one lot size, you must have a very, very large good margin. So most times what people used to trade is like 0.1 lot size or 0.01 lot size, right? So they give you this 0.01 is not like 0.01 of the currency. 0.01 should be around, like, let's say they give you 10,000 USD. I'm not sure my corrections are right, but let's just say they give you 10,000 USD for one lot size, for 0.01 lot size, right? So you're using that 10,000 USD now to trade, but it's not like it's given to you. It's like the corporation, the broker gives you to trade. So when you use against the margin that you have against the when you enter the trade rather, and the thing goes your way, so the way your profit is being calculated is calculated against the amount of lot size you use. You get, so the higher the lot size, the higher the profit for you. You get, but the higher the risks. Because for you to use a higher lot size, you must be willing to risk a whole lot of margin, that is a whole lot of USDT or a whole lot of money. So, but compared to a spot trader, they don't, the corporation, the broker, or you don't use broker in the spot trading, you use like centralized exchanges, right? The centralized exchanges don't give you that particular token. This one you're buying it with your amount of USDT that you have, right? So you are buying the main cryptocurrency, and it's right there on the spot. It happens immediately. You can immediately you see, okay, this particular, let's assume now Bitcoin has gone to your PY. PY means your point of interest, right? It has gone to your point of interest where you want to enter the trade, where you want to buy Bitcoin at. What you have to do is you buy the Bitcoin at, immediately you buy Bitcoin at that price, you hold your Bitcoin, and then you sell at the price that you want to sell. Probably, let's say you got Bitcoin at 50,000 naira, $50,000, sorry. $50,000, and you bought in the quantity of Bitcoin you bought is one, and you're saying, okay, I'm looking for a 2x trade, that is 2 times 2 of your money. So all you have to do is to wait for Bitcoin to go to $100,000. Immediately your Bitcoin goes to $100,000, you sell, right? You sell, you are selling your Bitcoin and get your profits. You said, so that's the difference between a forex analyst and a spot analyst. So what do forex and spot analysts do? They also do market research, like you have your forex analyst doing. That's fundamental news. So, but the news that affects crypto, like spot analysts in cryptocurrency, it's quite different from the news that affects forex analysts, because they may be alike. There may be some news like the CPI news and all those news. They may affect those news. Some of them affect cryptocurrency. In short, most of them affect cryptocurrency. But there are also the other news that still affects cryptocurrency, like market trends, market sentiments. I mean, market trends, market sentiments. What's reigning in the world, right? Let's say there's an improved, like we saw the improvement in Nvidia stocks because they entered AI. Immediately, Nvidia entered AI and they had like a huge improvement. Most of the AI tokens in cryptocurrency, they all moved up a whole lot. Or there was a time that they were gaming metas. When I mean gaming meta, like gaming tokens were going skyrocketing, like likes of like Axis Infinity or likes of like Gala, because of how the world was pushing towards Web3 gaming, or pushing towards games that actually have in-game tokens that are like cryptocurrencies. That's what makes these cryptocurrencies, right? So as a spot analyst, you must always do your research to know, okay, what is the trend? What is the market trend? What is the market trend in cryptocurrency now? What is trending? Basically, what is trending in cryptocurrency? What is trending? What is the trend, or which token am I not supposed to buy? If you are seeing that, okay, probably these tokens are facing losses, like when XRP was facing losses, that was not a nice time to buy in XRP. Or probably if you're holding XRP at a point and then you see that they had losses, you immediately sell the XRP. That's a very good move, because you know that, okay, this lawsuit is going to definitely affect the price of XRP. So that's what that's what market research here means for a spot analyst, just like how you have it in Forex and analysis. So next we have technical analysis. The same ways they analyze the charts like a Forex analyst, but a Forex analyst analyzing the chart for a Forex analyst is more in depth, right? They go more in depth. Forex analysts go more in depth in analyzing the chart. The spot analysts may not really, they analyze charts, but not as in depth as the Forex analyst, right? So they analyze charts, check the chart patterns, indicators. Indicators are they have chart indicators. So you can use these indicators to predict the price movement of this particular token. Probably if you go to Bitcoin chart now, you see, okay, there are indicators in Bitcoin chart that says, okay, this chart now, it has hit a particular resistance, right? Resistance that I mean, okay, it has hit a particular price that it cannot go through. Like it goes to that particular price and then it comes down, it goes to that particular price and then it comes down. So you know that, okay, that particular price, let's say the resistance for Bitcoin now, it's 90,000 naira. So you know that, okay, probably the market pumps, always pumps 90,000 naira, but it doesn't break that 90,000 naira. That means there's a resistance there. So it goes to 90,000 naira dollars, it comes down, sorry, dollars. It goes to $90,000 again, it comes down. That means there's a huge resistance there. That's what resistance means. The support means that there's a particular low that Bitcoin does not pass. Low means that there's a particular low price. Let's say, let's give $70,000 at the low now, that Bitcoin, no matter how low it goes down, once you reach $70,000, it always has the opportunity to bounce back up. So that's a very, very good analysis, because you know that, okay, immediately Bitcoin gets to $70,000, you can get into it, you can buy, because you know that there's a strong support there, and immediately Bitcoin gets to $70,000, you're expecting it to return to like $90,000. That's resistance. So immediately it gets to $70,000, you buy, and immediately gets to $90,000, you just sell your bags and you're safe. And then before it comes down, so that's what support and resistance is. That's another way to analyze charts. Then another way is looking at the chart pattern. Does it form a bullish engulfing? Does it form a top and bottom, or does it form a double bottom, or double bottom or double top type of chart pattern? So you know that, okay, if you look at these chart patterns, what they are showing, what they are telling you, so it's still like basically the same thing with a forex analyst. So yeah, we go on. Another thing in forex analysis, though, for the meta analysis, like I said before, it's just like basically like market research. But yeah, they examine factors like adoption rates, that is the adoption rate of crypto. You know, most times when like there's an adoption, like let's say a government adopts crypto, like let's say Saudi Arabia now. There was a time that El Salvador adopted Bitcoin as part of its legal thing, and they literally El Salvador literally has like a reserve of Bitcoin. So that's when that news came out, it caused an increase in Bitcoin because of that news. It's a very, very bullish news, because that's an increase in adoption rate. Increase in adoption rate of cryptocurrency is definitely going to cause an increase in price of cryptocurrency, because more people are going to know about it and more investors are coming in. So things like that, increasing adoption rates, regulations. Was there any sanction? Was there any sanction on any cryptocurrency, or is there any sanction on any exchange? I think there was a time when Binance was having issues in the United States. It caused a small movement in the markets to be bearish for a little while because of, okay, the regulations of Binance was hit hard. Or another news, fundamental news that can affect cryptocurrencies when there is hack, like the when there is hack in an exchange, like when we had hacking Bybit of recent, it's caused the Bitcoin price to go down to be bearish. And another fundamental news is when we had rise of FTX, right? The crash that happened in FTX because SBF was very, that's Sam Backman, right? Friedman was careless with the funds, right? So it caused a crash in FTX. So that actually caused a bearish move in price of cryptocurrency. Another thing was when we had lunar crash. So these are news that are very, very important to take note of in for fundamental analysis that determines the movement of the prices. Okay, so we go on risk management. Yes, risk management is also needed in risk management is also needed in forex analysis also because, sorry, Miriam, can you please help me mute your mic? Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. All right, thank you. All right, so risk management is also needed in forex analysis and in sports trading. So what risk management here means is the amount of money you're willing to lose or the amount of profit you're willing to make. Because if you don't have a strong risk management plan, you will actually lose everything. And there are ways to calculate risk management. Using ways to calculate risk management, you can use TradingView. TradingView is a platform, it's part of the tools you can use for both forex analysis and spot analysis, right? So on TradingView now, you can literally calculate the amount of money you're willing to fix, or the amount of money you're willing to, the amount of profit you can make, right? So you can have a particular point when the price reaches there, okay, this is where you're willing to take your profits. Or when the price goes low to this amount, this is where you're taking your loss and you're moving out because you can't take any more loss. So you must have a very strong risk management plan. It's very needed, it's very, very necessary. Because if you don't have a strong risk management plan, you can probably just blow your account in matter of seconds and so fast, and you'll be wondering, how is this possible? How is this possible? If you don't have a very good risk management plan, you'll be blowing your account. And that's why a whole lot of traders get into, like, their accounts are being burnt because most times they don't have strong risk management plans. They don't know the amount of lot sizes they will open with for forex trading, or they don't know the amount of the quantity of a particular token they are going to buy. So yes, so you need to have a very strong risk management plan. So we go on. So forex analyst. So to be a forex analyst, you must have a timeline of, to be a forex analyst, like the minimum timeline you have is 2 months. So 1 month of learning and then 1 month of mentorship. Like you should be in a group, like what kind of is offering, right? So we're going to have a 1 month of full training, touching all these courses: introduction to forex trading, core trading concepts, metaphor integration. We're talking about a whole lot of things. Just saying that being a forex analyst is not just being a forex analyst. You're going to have to learn a whole lot: time frames, Fibonacci levels, advanced trading strategies, risk management strategies, leverages, lot size, spread. What's a spread? Then what's a peak? Like a spread now is the difference between the buy and sell. Or what's a peep, what's spread, what support and resistance level, how to spot support and resistance levels. Metaphor trader, you have to use your metaphor trader because that's what you use, or use your metaphor trader when you are trading forex, right? So you use all this, you learn all these topics, right? We offer that here at Klein. Then tools you use. Metaphor trader here is a tool of, this is where you trade your this is where you trade your forex pairs. Metaphor trader, this is where you actually trade your forex pairs. So you go to metaphor trader for you to use Meta 4, Meta 5 trader, you have to have a broker connected to it. And the broker here is like XNS or Deriv. So sorry that I forgot to put the logo here, right? So XNS or Deriv, they are brokers. So you connect your brokers to your Meta 4 or Meta 5 trader, right? When you connect your brokers, all you have to do, once you connect your brokers, then you'll be able to trade using this Meta 4, Meta 5 trader. You can actually still trade on your broker platforms like XNS or Deriv, but most times it's better to trade on a Meta 4 or a Meta 5 trader. It gives you, it's very user friendly. It's very easy to understand, right? So next you have TradingView. So TradingView is a platform where you can check the chart patterns of almost every currency pair in this world, or even stock markets. If you can even check the chart patterns of stock markets on TradingView. So TradingView gives you a very broad view, and it gives you tools to actually analyze these charts, right? It gives you a whole lot of tools to analyze these chart patterns, like tools of long or tools of shorts, or a whole lot of tools. It can give you the long position tool or short position tools, or you see tools of pitchfork, a whole lot of tools. I don't want to start diving deep down into it. So TradingView, it gives you a whole wide range of tools used to analyze chart patterns. Because remember, I told you that it's not only about using chart patterns and all those things. A whole lot of people use defenses to analyze the charts and then still know how to manage their risks on TradingView. I said that earlier when I was talking about risk management. So you can also use TradingView to know, okay, where you should put your stop loss, that is SL, or where you should put your TP. The SL means the price that you are willing to lose, and TP means the price that you are willing to take your profits, right? So TradingView, you can helps you just do the whole calculation instead of you calculating it manually, right? So TradingView can help you with that. Then we have Forex Factory. Forex Factory here is used to give you news, because remember I said the news of CPI, the news of FOMC, these news, they have like times that they occur, probably monthly or weekly, right? All these news, they have times that they occur. There are a whole lot of news that affect Forex trading. So your Forex Factory is your news guide. No, you are not going to check Channels TV or AIT TV to give you your news for Forex. No, you're actually going to lose a lot, right? So Forex Factory is your go-to news guide to what news is going to affect the forex of your forex trading, and then they still give you like headlines of what happened last week and everything. So Forex Factory is very good for all your news, like all your news, your go-to place for news. The Mexico Global is for trading, technical analysis for cryptocurrency. You can use Mexico Global or any centralized exchange. You can actually trade there using technical analysis for your cryptocurrencies. So we go on. So our classes in Kleinium, it holds Saturdays by 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Sundays by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. West African time. So this is actually this classes is actually starting in June. You have to register for the classes. So you just chill to the end of the section. We're going to talk more about the classes on everything you need to know, what you stand to gain learning with Kleinium, and the whole profit and everything you need to know. So we are going on. So we'll talk more about it. So then for a spot analyst, right? Tools you need to know. Okay. For spot analyst, remember I said spot analyst also you can still trade stocks. So Bamboo here is used for trading your stocks. So you go here and you buy the stocks you're willing to buy. If it's Amazon, if it's Google, if it's Tesla, if it's Apple stocks, a whole lot of stocks out there. So you go to Bamboo. Bamboo is your go-to place to buy stocks. The other apps you can use to buy stocks too, but Bamboo is my go-to place. That's what I use. So Bamboo is here. Then CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. What I used to do is to like see the prices of numerous cryptocurrencies, because CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, they are like the sites that cryptocurrencies actually launch. Like if they want to, before they enter most times when you enter centralized exchanges, you can see the tokens on your CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, and then decentralized exchanges too. That's where you can see like tokens. But CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko will give you deep insights about those particular coins or token. They give you the market cap. That is the market cap. That is the amount of tokens in circulation, and the amount of tokens in circulation, market cap, the amount of money that is inside the particular coin, or the amount of money traded in that particular coin. They give you what the coin's about. If the coin's an AI token. So coin market cap and CoinGecko is another tool that you can use to know, okay, if there's a particular trend that is going on, let's say a trend of AI tokens. So you can just go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko and look for and search for AI tokens, and then look for AI tokens that have prospects. You can read about the tokens in CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. So once you go to these two applications, you search for the tokens and read about them, you know more about them, what's going to make you to buy this token. It's not just because AI narratives is going up and you just gonna buy any AI token like that. No, you can actually make wrong investments. So you have to read about these tokens and know, okay, which one am I going to invest my money into? Then you have Binance, the centralized exchange, where you can buy tokens, right? Where you can buy your tokens after doing research on your CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. You can come to your Binance and then you buy your token, any centralized exchange. And you can see use decentralized exchanges, like you have your Uniswap, where you can swap either your ETH or your BNB to particular tokens you want to buy, or use USDT. You can swap your USDT for the particular tokens you want to buy. And you have Dex Screener. Dex Screener is for low utility tokens, like tokens that are not launched on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. We can see them. You can definitely see them on Dex Screener. So then XS here is supposed to be for the Forex Analyst, right? Remember when I said Meta 4 and Meta 5 trader, they work with brokers. So XNS is a part of the broker. So for you you fund your XNS account. When you fund your XNS account, then you connect all your XNS accounts to your Meta 5 or Meta 4 trader. Then you trade your Meta 5 or your Meta 4 trader. So learning timeline too is the same thing. 1 month of training, 1 month of mentorship. 1 month of mentorship means like direct access to experts in the space, right? Asking them questions back to back. They're there to just, you have direct access to them. You can call them anytime of the day. You guys look at trades together, analyze trades together. So classes still hold on Saturdays by 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. West African time, or Sundays by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. West African time. So yeah, so that's all. If you have any question, and before Isosa, okay, or after the section, we'll take questions, right, Isosa?
Yeah,
All right.
I think that will be best. Yeah, thank you very much,
All right.
Nelson. And
No problem.
yeah, so yeah, so that was a fantastic first section, and of course we're going to be moving to the other section now. Something that I've understood, something that I picked from what Nelson talked about, and I'm sure that we did this as well. That's the fact that for you to actually be a Forex analyst, or for you to actually be a spot analyst. When I mention spot analyst, of course, I'm sure you know that I'm actually talking about being a crypto analyst. Okay, that for you to actually do this, you have to learn the skills, because it's actually a tech skill. It's like when you're transitioning into tech. So let's say you want to transition into tech, you want to be that, you want to be this, you want to be a software developer, you want to be a data analyst, you want to be something in tech, you want to move into crypto, you want to move into Forex. It's also a tech skill. So you have to understand, you have to know all of the tools that you need to work with. You have to understand how these tools work, and all of those things we ensure that will be covered. Okay, we ensure that you understand all of those things, because something that many people get wrong is that they feel that, oh, crypto or Forex, it's all about just going somewhere and just putting money and just buying a coin and you get returns. Okay, and while that is a part of it, many people get it wrong because they don't understand what it means to to invest in crypto, invest in forex. All they're after is the hype. Or just invest and tomorrow you're going to get $20 million and you're going to be rich overnight. When that is not the case. I was talking about the CBEX platform earlier. I'm sure we've heard of CBEX. Okay, we know the situation that it wasn't what people thought it was, and CBEX was actually supposedly a trading platform that promised a 100% return on the investment after 30 days. There's no without tricks. That's not there's no investment that will give you 100% return on investment within 30 days without any risks, right? And that's not what trading is about. So what CBEX did, that is not trading. That was just a Ponzi scheme. So we're here to show you what trading is about, how you can actually get into the space. That's why we started Kleiner, really, after suffering from no training. That's for me. Of course, we started up Kleiner to cater for everyone that is looking to get into the space, even if maybe you are 25, 30, 35, whatever the case may be. You have your 9 to 5 and you're looking to also get into the space. We are here for you. Okay. So, but something that you might be wondering, why really should I get into the space? Why really should I be looking at getting into Forex or getting into crypto? Why should I even consider this? There are several reasons I could mention. There are several things I could say. But the first and foremost that I would like to point out is the Investments in Securities Act 2025. I don't know if we've heard about the ISA 2025. It was signed on March 30th or 31st thereabouts by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I'm talking about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And this was signed. The last time this act was revised was in 2007. 2007 was the last time that this particular act was revised. And then before this was the last time the act was revised before 2025, right? That's like 15 years ago or 13 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And what this new revision says is that there's so many things it talks about. For example, the fact that Ponzi is now a scam and it's punishable by law. But there's something that I want to draw your attention to, which I think is very, very great. Because for a time, we really did not know where Nigeria stood when it came to crypto and digital assets. Because there were so many policies that we did not know if it was actually in support of digital assets or the other way around. Now, what this act shows us, as we can see, if you take a look at this, you can see recognition of digital assets. And this is a great read. If you know you need access to the slide, so you can click on the link and read the full reports. The report, you can find the report from Premium, the Times, the Punch, all of those newspapers. Check the government's website as well. Just ensure you fill the form, okay? So the form that will be sent to the chat box, ensure you fill the form so you get access to the recording, you get access to the slides as well. So taking a look at this, you'd see it says recognition of digital assets. And for the first time ever, Nigeria legally recognizes virtual stroke digital assets like cryptocurrencies as securities. So that means that Nigeria has also saw the fact that this is not going away anytime soon. That's crypto, Forex, digital assets. It's actually a very, very viable space. It's a space that so many people are getting into, and that we also have to get on the train as well, so we are not left behind by the rest of the world. Because if you were asked, let's say at the start of the year, do you think cryptocurrency would ever be recognized by the Nigerian government, you probably have said no. I would have said no as well. Okay, but yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. This was just signed in March. So this is one of the reasons why you should be looking to getting into the space, but not just getting into the space like the way others do, but actually understanding the concept, understanding the tools, knowing that crypto is an investment and that there's a right way to invest. So this is one of the reasons why I should be getting into this. Again, please, we don't have time. If not, I would have gone through the full report, but just ensure you fill that form so you get access to the materials. So you can click on this link and you can read up on the full thing. Okay, but yeah, but what are the risks? Because of course, when people talk about crypto or talk about Forex, or it's a get rich quick scheme, All you need to do, just get into the space right now, and then you're going to make $20 million tomorrow. Or things like, you probably see these ads, and I talked about these ads a lot because the ads are quite popular, where you see things like a young man or a young lady, as the case may be, in the boat, and they're like, I bought this boat under 2 days after I started crypto. I bought this boat under 2 weeks. I bought this my Lamborghini, okay, my Lambo, with Forex after trading just for one night. If you know you want to understand, you want to make money like me, join this Telegram community. It's always Telegram, okay? Join this Telegram community, and you start getting false promises when that's not really what crypto and Forex is all about, okay? So there are certain things that you should be looking out for. Number one, now, with Forex, you actually, with crypto Forex, that's Forex analysis, crypto analysis, you actually have increased profits. There are three kinds of investments, as I love to say. Okay, two kinds of investment. You have the conservative, you have the moderate, and you have the aggressive. The conservative investment is talking about investment that the risk is very, very low. But for you to get returns, you need to spend a long period of time for you to get returns. An example of a conservative investment is your real estate. When you buy land, the chance of you losing your money is low, as long as you bought the land in a place that's viable, and you did not get the land in an erosion laden place or somewhere that's gullible to gullies, right? So you get your land. It's low. It's a low risk because it's very, very likely you're not going to lose your money. And for you to get returns, you have to spend a number of years before you can get some returns from that land. That's conservative investment. Another kind of conservative investment is mutual funds or treasury bills or the investment paper. There are several kinds of conservative investments, right? But for some investments, you get 20% of another kind of conservative investment, right? You get 20%, for example, mutual funds, you could get 19%, 20%, 21% in a year. So let's say you put in money at the start of the year. Let's say you put in 100K, you invested 100K, and then at the end of the year, you get something like 120K. All right, at the end of the year, and it's conservative because the chance of you losing your 100K is very, very low. That's conservative investment. Chance of you losing money, low, but for you to make money, you have to spend time. That's conservative. Then you have aggressive. Aggressive is a kind of investment where it's very, very easy for you to make so much money. Within 1 month, you can get, let's say, a 20% increase. Or within 2 months, you can get a 40% increase. But the chance of you losing your money is equally as high. So you have high chance of making profit, and you also have high chance of losing your money, or at least losing. So maybe you put in 100,000 in a month. It's possible you could get 150,000, and it's also possible that in the month 100,000 becomes 50,000. That's aggressive. And then you have moderate, which is in the middle. So in Forex, in crypto analysis, in Forex analysis, you have increased profits. You can get lots of profits, but that also means you can easily lose money. And that's the reason why you have to understand the concept before you get into it. It's not just what you see on social media. And then, of course, you have prices fluctuate. Prices fluctuate, and wrong trades can lead to losses. And Forex isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not. Forex is not put your money now and then in 30 days you get 100% return on the investment, as Cbex said. No, that's not what trading is all about. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It requires learning and experience. So those are some certain things that you have to understand. But then, if all of these things I've mentioned are true, how then do you succeed? Why are you now on the call at the moment? What are you even doing with Kleiniel? Now, the thing is, we are very, very much successful in our craft. We've been able to train over 100 plus individuals, helping them get into Forex, helping them get into crypto, understanding the concept, knowing the skills, and of course, for many of our people, they've been able to also get a passive income stream. Okay, so how can we help you to succeed? What's now that difference between you? What's now that difference between you and someone else? How are we going to position you for success, ensuring that the goals that you set out for yourself when you did Kleiniel, that you were able to achieve all of those things? It's simple. We have a 6-step strategy. And the 6-step strategy, the first thing you need to do, of course, is identify the path you want to get into. And when I say the path you want to get into, do you want to be a crypto analyst, that's a spot analyst, or do you want to be a Forex analyst? Okay, so Forex analysis and spot analysis, they are two different things, as we've seen and as we've understood, because Nelson spoke about that a lot. So you have to understand, do I want to be a Forex analyst or do I want to be a spot analyst? They are two different things. They are not the same. And then after that, you then have to go ahead to learn the skills. Now, learn the skills in the right way. And what do I mean in the right way? Learning by actually attending classes. This is not learning in a Telegram community or joining a WhatsApp call to learn. No, you join a call you have the Google Classroom, of course, where your materials will be in. Your materials will be in the Google Classroom. Your materials, the recording of every session we have, the tools, all of that will be in the Google Classroom for you to access the materials whenever needed. And then you have classes, of course, classes on Saturdays and classes on Sundays, where you are in a session like this, on a conference session. The facilitator is there, the facilitator is teaching, the facilitator is speaking, you are interacting with the facilitator, you are asking questions, you are practicing, because you also be carrying out practice simulations. You have to test out whatever it is you are learning before you actually move into the market. So that's the very first thing you have to do. You have to learn the skills. Very, very important. And then after learning the skills, you have the practice simulations like I talked about. The practice simulations would ensure that you are able to practice what you've been learning without risks. That means that you could get on you've learned how to analyze trades, your technical analysis, your fundamental analysis, and then you could go ahead to practice by trading without risks. Now, what I mean by that is that you are trading with fictitious currencies, not real currencies. So you're not actually investing. Okay, you're not actually putting your money. Okay, because you're still a newbie, so you just want to test this out and see what's about and how to go about all of that, right? So what do? You have what you have you practice, you carry out your analysis, and based on what trend, based on if it's your technical analysis, your fundamental analysis, you've taken a look at all of the tools, you're working with the tools, then you make a prediction and then you go ahead to trade. And then based on world events, because the trading is going to be based on world events. So based on world events, if you actually made a profit, that means that if you had made that same trade with in reality that you have actually invested, you would have gotten a profit as well. But because it's a practice simulation, you're not going to get it in profits. You're just testing your hands, and the reverse is the case. That means since it's a practice, even if you don't get the right prediction and you make the wrong trade, you would not be losing money because you did not invest anything. And that means that if you had made that trade in real life with real money, but because it's a practice simulation, you're not going to be losing money. So what this will do for you is that you are actually practicing. You're not just saying, oh, put money there and make $2 million. Okay, so you're actually practicing the skills that you've learned before you can then decide to go in there and start trading, and after you've gotten the skills. So practice simulations is one very important in that to ensure that you do. And then of course you have the gaining trading psychology and the risk mastery. For you to succeed as a Forex analyst, for you to succeed as a spot analyst, there are two things you need to do. You have to complete the job equation, the success equation, as I love to say. And that's what? The 50% technical skills, and the other 50% is the trade psychology and risk mastery. And the way you get your trade psychology and risk mastery is that first of all, you have one-on-one sessions with experts. This one-on-one sessions with experts is actually different from the classes you'll be having. So maybe you have a question, you just want someone to take a look at what you're setting advice, then you can book that session. Of course, at the end of the day, every decision rests with you, because so finally, we're not financial advisors. You have people that are licensed financial advisors. So we'll just take a look and tell you, okay, this is what we think, and this is what we think. And of course, you have to make that decision. So you can schedule it's a one-on-one session, okay, with an expert, and just talk about, maybe you're having some issues with your finances and you need help. Okay, so what do you think I should do? Guidance, all of those kind of stuff. And then of course the live trading analysis. The live trading analysis. Okay, so the live trading analysis moment. So the live trading analysis occurs where you are in a session and the facilitator is actually trading, and then you have trading as well. This comes in during your mentorship, your 1 month mentorship after you've learned. And this is not just you looking at what the facilitator is doing and doing same. No, you are going to be communicating. Maybe the facilitators notice that, oh, I saw this news that this was going to happen. I heard that interest rates were going to be increased. And based on my analysis, that's fundamental analysis now, I think that this would be the right trade to make. I feel the US dollar is going to go up, or I feel this crypto, this currency is going to go, this coin is going to go up, and all of those kind of things. They tell you what they think, and then you also tell the facilitator, oh, but this is what I saw. So in case if maybe there are conflicting views, you guys come together and see what the best course of action is. So you are not just looking at someone tell you this is what I do, this is what I do. No, you are actually contributing. Oh, I saw this somewhere, or I read this news. Don't you think it will affect the trade? And then you guys come to a conclusion as to what you think would be the best course of action to take. And you also have navigating financial investments. Navigating financial investments. What's that talking about? This is talking about how sessions where financial experts would join in. I'm talking about financial experts such as investment bankers and the rest. They will come in to tell you about different ways that you can actually invest your money. Because of course, you don't just want to put your entire income in Forex or in crypto alone. Of course, you don't, and yes, you don't want all of your money to be in savings. There is usually a formula that you can use, a portfolio formula, whereby a certain percentage goes into your savings. You want another percentage to go into a high yield interest savings account that's different from your normal savings account. And then you want some, of course, a percentage would also go to your needs and your wants. And then you have some percentage that would now go into your investments, such as your crypto, Forex, and all of that, where you can make profits from. So you don't just want to take your entire income and put it into Forex or into crypto. No, so you don't do that. And that's the reason why you have these navigating financial investments sessions, where these experts would come in and they'll tell you different financial investment that you could do with your bank, okay, investment that maybe you are looking at the S&P 500, all of those things. Because our goal is not just to ensure that, oh, you've learned the skills, you've learned crypto, or you've learned this. No, our goal is to ensure that you've learned, number one, that you've been able to achieve your goals of getting a passive income, number two, and also ensuring that you are money smart. You are what? You are money smart. Hence the reason why we do all of these things. And of course, the mentorship which you'll be getting. So all of these things would help in building your trade psychology and your risk mastery. Your trade psychology and your risk mastery. Okay, and the next thing you're going to be doing is the next strategy. That's the fifth strategy now, is networking and portfolio. Networking, you want to be in a community, as I love to say, you want to be in a community that makes sense, a community that makes sense, a community with like-minded individuals that are actually trying to achieve similar goals, and not one with people just posting, oh, this is the car I bought it for trade. People that you cannot really interact with. That's like what you see in the Telegram communities. That's not what you want. You want to be in a place with people that probably have kids, people that have their own 9 to 5, and that are trying to make something out of this as well, whereby maybe there's a trade that's going on and they think that this is going to work, and then you guys come together to see how you can make that work. Because once the market, everyone in the market, if one person gains, that does not mean another person cannot gain. So everyone can gain together. And of course, a portfolio. The portfolio is also pointing out to what I talked about earlier, you having a well-balanced portfolio where you know how you can split your income across multiple streams and not just placing all of your eggs in one basket. Because believe it, that is actually one of the requirements for you to succeed as a Forex analyst or as a spot analyst. And all of these things put together is what will now make you an expert. Well, you now get another stream of income. So that's a 6-step strategy that we take to help you achieve your goals. Okay, but again, how do we position you for success? Because I've talked about the 6 steps: step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6, and all of that. Okay, but what's more? What's more? I remember I talked about the fact that for you to actually succeed as a spot analyst or as a crypto analyst, it's not just about getting the skills, and it's not just about putting your money somewhere and expecting that you're going to be successful. No, It takes more than that. There's something that separates successful traders from traders that are not successful. Everyone makes losses. Everyone makes losses. Okay, so if someone tells you you're not going to lose, that's false. Everyone loses, but successful traders make more profit than losses. So you make more profit than losses, that means you're actually gaining more money. And for you to be a successful trader, you have to have something. It's not just enough to understand the skills. You need to complete the success equation, as I love to call it, and that is the TS plus the TPRM. The TS plus the TPRM. The TS here being the technical skills and the TPRM being the trading psychology and the week's mastery. The trading psychology and the week's mastery. So the TS, the technical skills, is the first 50%. That's you understanding how to work with the different tools from XNet to Daywave to TradingView to CoinGecko, all of those tools, right? And then of course you have the trading psychology and week's mastery, which would also work on. And this put together is what will give you success. Okay. So for you to get the TPRM, that's the trading psychology and week's mastery, to be college successful, you get this first the technical skills earlier. That's for sure. Now, in addition to the technical skills, something else I'll be getting to complete the equation for you to be a success is, of course, number one, the one-on-one session with experts. And I talked about this earlier. This is where you can book a session. You can book a session on the Go Classroom. You're going to find the link in there, a calendar link that you can go ahead to click on. And after clicking on the link, you pick a time that the facilitator is available and a time that you're available as well. And then you and the experts can both be on the session together. And then you ask questions and you get clarity on areas that might not be so clear. So that's the one-on-one session with experts. You also get the live trading analysis where you are trading with the in a call. Okay, you're trading on a call, you are passing ideas across. Again, don't forget, it's not that you're going to just be looking at something, okay, click on this, click on this, click on this. No, you're going to be asking questions because you've learned the skills. The live trading analysis will come in after you've learned the skills during your mentorship. So you learned the skills and now it's time for you to trade. So the facilitator says, the expert says, I think we should do this. And they tell, oh, this is what I saw. What do you think about this? In case if maybe there's something the expert missed that you actually saw in the morning news that you'd like to share. And we come together and find ways to make good of everything, because as I say, two heads are better than one. Okay, so that's what the live trading analysis says. It gives you an opportunity to share your ideas. This is what I think. So in case if maybe you did not think properly, the expert would also let you know, the facilitator would let you know that, oh yeah, that's fine, but there's maybe you forgot to take a look at this, just to ensure that you're on the right path, because we are very dedicated to helping guide you to achieve your dreams once again. And you have navigating financial investment, which I talked about, which is where financial experts, again, financial experts such as your investment bankers, financial experts such as your brokers, all of that would join calls. And I'm talking about experts in different industries. Would join a session and tell you about the different ways you can be money wise, the different ways that you can ensure that your money is working for you, because you don't just want to keep all your money in the bank, because that's going to lead to inflation. Saving is not going to make you rich. I know this is something we guess a lot, but it's true. Should you save? Yes. But should all of your savings go in the bank? No. But should you save? Yes. So you want to have a certain percentage. I'm saving this, I'm investing this in probably depending on your risk appetite, in conservative investment that I know, okay, it's very difficult for me to lose my money. I know I'm not going to lose my money. I'm just going to be making little profit over time, things like that. So bring a financial expert that would educate you on this. And of course, you have the market rundown. The market rundown, these are sessions where maybe during the week you've been very tired, you've been going to work, you have your kids, you have, of course, everyone is busy. Now, during this session, the facilitator will jump in to tell you about things that have happened in the market during that week. So we will do we'll take a look at the markets for you, and during the session we try and tell you, okay, this is what we noticed, this is what we noticed, just in case you were not able to do your analysis for that week, and we'll just tell you this is what the market is saying. Because again, we care about you. I want you to succeed. And of course, the alumni community, a community that makes sense, where as soon as you're done with the training, you also move to the alumni community where you have constant sessions. We're always checking up, and you have a lifelong access to Clinial. So the access to your materials, the recordings, and everything is not just going to end after the 2 months. No, even after the 2 months, you still have access to your materials. You have access to the experts. You can still reach out to Clinial anytime. It's a lifetime access. A lifetime access. Okay. So the next course that we have is actually going to begin on the 6th of June. June 6th. Okay. And next course is going to begin June 6th. And for you to be a part of that cohort, all you need to do is very, very simple. All you need to do is to register. So the registration for you to be a part of the course, that's either the Forex Analyst program or the Spot Analyst program, the amount is actually 50,000. 50,000. Okay, but at the moment we are currently running a discount for the first 20 persons to register due to some people reaching out to us and telling us, okay, yeah, I would like to be a part of this, but could I get a discount? And that's the reason why we have this. And yeah, it's just for the first 20 people to register. It's the early bird discount. So if you know you want to be a part of this, you want to click on that link that my colleague has just sent to the chat box. Okay, so by clicking on that link, the main stack link is going to bring you over. It's going to bring you over to the main stack page, and I'm going to show you what it looks like so you know how you can make payments. Again, the registration is the next course begins June 6th, and you want to go ahead to register so you're part of that early bird discount and you don't end up paying the full amount. So as soon as you click on the main stack link, it's going to bring you over to this page. And over here, you can see chat with Clinial. So maybe you're having some issues and you want to reach out to us. So you can click on chat with Clinial, and there's someone on the back end, of course, to respond to any concerns or just help you out with any issues you might be having. You can get access to our program brochures on this point, so you know what you're going to be getting in every program, either from the Spot Analyst program or from the Forex Analyst program. So by clicking on that, it gives you a deep dive into everything from point A to point Z. So please ensure you take a look at that. And as you can see, the discount is currently running only for the first 20 people to register. So once you want to make payments, you scroll to the bottom, and over here you're going to see Visit Store. Okay, so you're going to see Visit Store. So you click on Visit Store, and then we just wait for this to open up. Okay, so it seems to be taking some time. So once this opens up, what you'd see is you're going to see the two programs that you can select from. Either you want to go for the Spot Analysis program or for the Forex Analysis program. Okay, so once you select any of the program, then it will take you to a point where you can make payments. Just waiting for this to come up. So my bandwidth seems to be a bit low, hence the reason for the delay. Okay, so I'll probably just have to come back here. Once it opens up, I'll probably have to come back there. So yeah, so I was saying it will bring up a page where you get to select any of the program, either the Forex Analyst program or the Spot Analyst program. And then you'd see that the discount is still running. So, and then once you see that, you click on Secure Your Seat. By clicking on Secure Your Seat, then a pop-up would come up where you can insert your payment details from that's your payment details if you want to pay via card or if you want to pay via transfer. Then once you make payments, a receipt will be sent to you via email. Okay, your receipt will be sent to you via email, and attached to that receipt, you're going to get a link that says, click on this to complete your registration. So you can either click on that link or you can come back to the client registration hub and click on upload your receipt here. You can click on upload your receipt here. So by clicking on upload your receipt here, it opens up the form where you upload your receipt and you fill in your details and everything that you're asked. And of course, you have the terms and conditions. So you fill in the details. And as soon as you submit, you then get an email from us confirming your payments, also with attached with your program kit. Now, your program kit contains everything that you need to be a part of the program, from the link to join the group classroom, to join the WhatsApp community, to links to all of the applications that you need to download and the tools that you need to use. Okay, so you also get your program kit, so you're part of the program come June 6th. So yeah, so that's about it. Please ensure you register as quickly as possible. I don't know if you have questions. If you have questions, I'll just take questions quickly. If not, I believe that we can call it a day. So if you have questions, you can just use the raise hand icon and I will take your question. Okay, I guess not. So that will be it for now. Thank you, everyone. And please ensure you go ahead to register as quickly as possible. Like I always say, you want to ensure you get access to the discount because, of course, quick saves the clock. Whatever you have to do, go ensure you do quick. Bye, everyone. See you some other time.